So good day, everyone. I'm from Nigeria, so it's good evening. If you're in the US, it should be in the afternoon. If you're in Dubai, I think it should be past around 11 p.m. thereabout, right? So good day, everyone, wherever you're joining us from. So just tell us your name and where you're joining us from, so we can say hi to you and acknowledge your presence. You're welcome to today's AGM. And AGM is our annual general meeting here at Gtext Holdings. And we're having this meeting to discuss to all our clients, all our investors, all our staff, all our board of advisors, basically everywhere you are in the world that is part of GTEX Holdings, whether as an investor, as a vendor, just to communicate with you on what we've been up to through the past year and how we want to proceed through this year. First of all, again, I want to wish you all that celebrated Christmas. Merry Christmas in arrears. And I hope you are all excited for the new year. I did not get my gift from you, our beautiful clients who served you all through the years. This is Boxing Day. I think you and I should box very soon. Right. So fantastic. It has been a very fantastic year. And I was having a conversation with with Alibaba over the years, um, yesterday, and I was telling me that this year is 10 years in one. And I was like, it's true. A lot of things have happened through this year. A lot. Right. And the first thing we need to do is thank God that we're here this year. We're here to the end of this year, and I pray all of us will cross over to the next year. So finally, once again, I wish you a Merry Christmas in areas and a Happy New Year coming up in 2025. But back to this agenda, we're here for the annual general meeting here with you. My name is Farouk Usman. I'm the MD of Gtext. Now, for this meeting, we're here to discuss a lot. We're here to discuss what we have achieved in the past year, right? We're here to discuss what are our achievements, what are our milestones, what are the problems we faced. And for all our clients, we have juicy information for all of you that are here to serve you. We're here to communicate what is the vision of the company going forward in 2025. How do you want to operate as a business? How do you want to operate as a company? So this is a general platform to communicate to everyone of us once and for all. Sending emails, we send different videos all through the years on how we want to progress. Without further ado, once again, I want to wish you from Kansas City. Good afternoon. I think it should be about 6 or 7 hours behind. We have Ebenezer joined from Ogun State. Welcome. You're about to say Ekale. We have Edwin Osai from Gtext. We have Emilia from Lagos. Thank you so much for joining us for this annual general meeting. Now, we have a lot of people that should be here. We're just about 100 here. We should be more than that. So if you have some clients, you have some colleagues, some friends that have not joined, can you tell them to join as soon as they can? This is quite important they listen to us. Our chief host for today is our group CEO, Mr. Rana Ijaz, and he will be speaking to us about the company, what we did all through the year, what did we achieve, what are the problems, what are new policies, what are new innovation going forward. But before we have Mr. Rana, technical, can you just take us on a brief short break? And when we are back, we'll be having Mr. Rana Ijaz, the Group CEO of GTS Holdings, address us and help us begin this annual general meeting. Technical, over to you.
Textland, where every corner is a masterpiece waiting to be discovered. Step into the serenity of Jasper Estate, your haven in Ibeju Lekki. Feel the sand beneath your feet at Beryl Beachfront Estate, your coastal retreat. Experience the charm of Sardius Farm City Estate, where nature and community blend seamlessly in AP. Discover elegance at Sardius Estate, in Ijebu Ode, where modern living meets tradition. Live in luxury at Beryl Forta City, Kurudu's premier destination for urban living. Find your dream home at Prime Rose Estate, where sophistication meets comfort in Ibeju Lekki. Experience luxury living at Sardius Estate in Port Harcourt, where every detail is designed for your comfort. Escape to tranquility at Jasper Estate in Isheri, your peaceful sanctuary. Discover perfection at Sardius Estate in Guzape, Abuja, where luxury meets lifestyle. Indulge in elegance at Beryl Polo Estate in Asaba, where every moment is a celebration. At Gtextland, we don't just sell properties, we secure your future. Welcome to your new beginning.
Mr. Anna, we can have you now.
Thank you so much, Mr. Farouk. Hi, good evening, everyone. Good morning to the people joining us from US. So it's quite late in Dubai. I can understand it's past 11, but thank you so much for joining us for this very important session, our annual general meeting. I'm joining you from Dubai, from Frankfurt at the moment. My family is based here, but I live in Dubai. I operate from Dubai and do travel across all locations for Gtext Holdings. For the people who maybe they are seeing me first time, let me give you a quick introduction. My name is Rana Ijaz. I'm a group CEO for Gtext Holding, completing my second year. I have been in the ground. I spent few months in Nigeria, traveled across all our locations, right from Lagos, Abuja, Asaba, Benin, our projects in Abejuleki and elsewhere. So quite familiar. So hope to see you guys soon in Nigeria and US also. I would love to see our US team because that's another thing we're going to discuss today. The purpose of today's session is to hold this annual general meeting. It's very important for us because this is an opportunity for us to give you an update how long we have come from the beginning. We started in 2008 and what we have achieved, what are the strategic decisions we have taken so far for the next years, and what are the plans, what is the management team, and most importantly, from my point of view, we love to have your feedback because we love to learn from you. If there are any suggestions, any comments, we'll be taking some question answer toward the end of the session. So please leave your contact details. I hope more people will be joining. If still there's an opportunity, people can join us. So I'll just have few slides just for ease so we can run in a more organized manner. So everyone can see my screen. If you can see it, please confirm me, Farouk. Farouk, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can, sir.
Okay. So this is a brief overview. What I'm going to run in my brief session, a bit of about Gtext group companies, milestones for 2024, what challenges we faced, what new policies we are going to implement during next years. As far as current status, Gtext Holdings is in 4 continents, Africa, Europe, US, and Asia. So you can see we started in Nigeria initially in 2008, and where we have offices in Lagos. In all main locations, we are present physically. We got a couple of offices, main head office in Banana Island in Ikoyi. We are acquiring a new office, I think, which will be operative from first quarter of next year in Lagos. We have a fantastic projects in Abuja, which I'll be running some estates. I'll be highlighting those. And Dubai, we are since 2021, and we just last quarter of this year, we revamped our operation. That's a good news. We have acquired a new office in Emart Square, Business Square, which is next to Burj Khalifa, a very prestigious location. So now we'll be running from there to cater all the requirements of our clients from global. Dubai is something we are banking on next year big time, and that is going to be main source of revenue for us, along with US. Of course, Nigeria is our main focus. In the US, Mr. Farouk will be discussing more about the US projects. That's a major strategic decision we have taken. And God willing, we are moving successfully in that direction. Dr. Stephen's vision to go global, and now we are being recognized in the US market also. And you will be hearing a lot of good news in the coming year about the US. And UK, still, we are old there, but still we plan to revamp our operation in the UK as well. And Nigeria, of course, we have about 13 active states in Nigeria, and we have 5 states in the pre-launch state. There's a lot of planning. We're buying more lands, starting a new subsidiary actually for the bulk lands also. I'll be discussing towards later. So this is pretty much which I uh, summed up for you: operations, locations. And just to give you a brief background, Gtext Holdings is a holding company, is a mother company, I would say, but it works as a separate subsidiary also. It has its own P&L, own revenue cost center. But at the same time, what we do, we combine all our revenues and costs at Gtext holding level. So that's a kind of consolidated business. So that's our parent company. So underneath, we have different subsidiaries, mainly, which are you familiar with? Gtext Land, which has been the mainly known for in the market, along with the Gtext Homes. Gtext Land is main company where we do acquire land for the land banking purposes and do sell serviced plots. We develop them for you and we sell them at a very good capital gains and appreciation. And homes, we have fantastic project going on in Lagos, Ibajuleki, and in Abuja as well, Jasper Gardenia and Jasper Hill, where we are delivering constructed 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, up to 5-bedroom duplexes, terraces for the clients. And you should see the quality. We are building something clean, green, and smart with the high-end finishes. I think Mr. Farooq would be, if he can share some of the videos and client testimonials, so you would see the quality by yourself. And then we have another company called Gwest Capital. This is a company again born in 2021 in Nigeria. The idea of the Gwest actually is it's basically a financing arm for the Gtext Holding Group. This is a company, a cooperative licensed company by the Lagos government, where we do accept financing from the public, and we do invest this money in our land projects. And this is one side of Gwest. And secondly, it's a pure cooperative, which next year we have a huge planning to go after big businesses and cooperatives. The people can register for the small savings, which typically will run under the cooperative regulations other than the Gwest money, which we do accept and invest in our projects. Another subsidiary we have, we call it Gtext Suits. This is a company run by Mrs. Bisi Akintayo. She is heading that business successfully. Basically, we operate in the secondary market. It's a pure kind of brokerage business where we'll help our clients finding new properties. If someone has a need to sell their houses or any properties, we do come in as a brokers. We find them customers, end-to-end service. Again, fantastic job Mrs. Akintayo has done. I know last month we closed something big in Dubai, and I met the clients personally. We are eyeing big in Dubai. Mrs. Akintayo will be the main player during next year. I look forward. I hope she's listening me. Then we have another subsidiary called Gtext and Associates. This is something where we want to expand our reach to general public. As a business, I always believed, since the time I joined, I always said this in the internal meetings, we need to be more collaborative and cooperative with the outside players. So anyone who is interested, he can register itself as an associate with this company. We do provide the necessary product knowledge, provide them guidance, etc. So they do sell anything for us, and they get and earn handy referral fees. So this is another opportunity. If you guys haven't registered, you guys want to be part of Gtext business, I think this is the most easiest platform where you can join us and start tasting what Gtext is all about and start earning money. You will get to know, who knows, tomorrow you start as associate and you become a permanent member of the staff somewhere. And we do have a lot of examples. I'll be touching base. Another thing which I would basically, our Chairman, Dr. Stephen Akintayo, himself, coming from a very, very humble beginning background. He is a big believer of giving back to society. We are a business for profit. At the same time, we're very conscious of the fact, being a socially responsible business, we want to contribute back to the society. So we have a separate subsidiary for that. We call Stephen Akintayo Foundation, which is doing a lot. It's a non-profit organization in a sense. We do accept donations, and we do serve a lot of causes for the general public benefit. And we are just, Dr. Stephen has just launched his 2 books during the last few weeks, and where we have, maybe at the end, I would request our chairman to touch base on this particular point, because we are all planning to open food banks in Houston and in Lagos, which is a big step, and the proceeds of the books will go towards that cause. So this is a brief introduction of the company, and there is another Gtext Holdings, of course, is a parent company and a subsidiary as well, so with a separate person, Mrs. Viviana Machi, who heads that. Then we got a management and cooperative board. I sit as a group CEO, look at the global operations. As I told you, my background is mainly corporate and investment banking. I'm a CPA and MBA from US. Mainly more than 20 years experience in the Middle Eastern market, heavily exposed to real estate. I got this opportunity to work with the Gtext group. It's almost, I'm completing my second year, and we have done a lot of changes since the time I joined, and we look forward a exciting 2025. I'm supported with the management team, very able management team. Here, right on my left, first person is Mrs. Akintayo, who happens to be wife of the chairman, but don't consider only a wife. She is a thorough professional, responsible. I have seen few people who take the job that seriously, never taken the position for granted being a wife, but how much hard work she is putting in Dubai office in particular. I truly appreciate that. We have Akena Amba. I always miss his second, find it hard to pronounce the second name. Akena is someone worked very closely. He was the president of GWest Capital. Lately, we have made some internal changes, so he's been shifted to as a managing director to Stephen Akintayo Foundation. Quite late. I think he's in 1 month back. He has taken the position, and he's doing fantastic job. And Quinette, Mrs. Quinette, she was general manager in Gtext Land, and she has been giving the responsibility of managing that GWest. Because what we have done, the philosophy behind, we don't want people to become complacent, wherever they are. Always fresh mindset, fresh energy. Of course, they are supported by their old colleagues, but we like to shuffle and give the people new challenge, so they do their best. They never become bored or complacent in their old positions. So that's the basic philosophy behind our chairman has. Then Mr. Barry, I think one of the finest addition we had during last year, very experienced, seasoned fellow. I think he's completed his PhD recently. So he heads our subsidiary called Gtext Practical Academy, which will be doing a lot of training stuff. I think I'll leave it to Mr. Barry if he's around. Give him 2 minutes if he can explain about his Practical Academy. Another important person, I think, which is a nucleus and quite engine for Gtext Holding, has been Mrs. Bukola Lukan. She's our group COO, Group Chief Operating Officer. Very effective. She does a lot of things for us, run around the team, day-to-day operations, any financial hiccups, cash flow hiccups. She's on the ground. She's very effective and approachable lady all the time. So she's a coach. She works very closely with me and with all the management team. I mentioned Mrs. Viviana Machi, very important member of management team. She is GED Gtext Holdings. So she heads not only holdings, but she is the lead. She is the main person who coordinate all the sales efforts with all the management team and all other MDs. Then we have Miss Martha Onsachi. She is managing director for Gtext Land. She joined us as an intern, if I understand, and rose to this level. She has done fantastic, taking care of the Gtext Land subsidiary. Then amazing Mr. Farouk, my go-to man always. He's an engineer by profession, but with a lot of flexible personality, wonderful PR capabilities. He's heading our homes business, and he does a lot of collaboration, not only in the homes, on the PR. He does coordination with me, with the chairman, heavily involved in the US and Dubai operations also. So, Mr. Farooq, you might hear from him shortly after my presentation. These are the comparatively new members of the team. And Miss Jessica, actually, she was an intern. She's about a year back. She did fantastic. She has exhibited fantastic sales abilities, and which we and our chairman and we, I'm as a group CEO, we always believe right people for the right job. And she has been giving a chance to lead the Gtext and Associates, and I think she will do. We have expectation from Jessica. She will keep the attitude and deliver this position. Another excellent addition we have Mr. Abel. He is our head of global HR and process. He's building up his team because HR is a function in this kind of business we have. We have a lot of staff. We are going on hiring. We are hiring telemarketers at the moment. If there is any recommendation, we are open. Still, we are hiring aggressively because we are growing. So HR is a very important position, and Mr. Abel has been very effective so far in shaping up, in coordination, in defining terms and HR policies. So look forward, Mr. Abel having major contribution in next year. So these are a couple of, I would say, distinctions. We have so many. Dr. Stephen himself, well-known global figure. He is an academic and person who has written 45 books. He is known as one of the Forbes best of African investment coach and real estate mogul. He's known globally, very active person, being followed up on social media. Has a lot of following, a lot of mentees. Even when I am one of his mentees, actually, he was one of the reason I joined the group, because so much inspiration and learn from the man in this young age. The way he specially built up this all from scratch, from nothing, actually became a billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar business, thankfully. Then this second award, I received this last year in Lagos, myself along with Mr. Kena. We got most outstanding cooperative society in the real estate space in the G West, because and that is a fantastic award to receive. Then we got most innovative, real reliable real estate homes, Gtext homes in 2021. Then we got an award Dubai. I think I was the one who received it. Again, a brief timeline, I would just like to highlight this one. If you see, we started in 2008. So if you look back, it's about 16 years. And here where the Dr. Stephen has a vision, basically, with no capital, almost I think $1,000 in the pocket. He had this vision, started this company with the bulk SMS and digital marketing. And eventually in 2015, we turned into a real estate business in Ekorodu. Then again, the name was changed to Gtext Global. In 2020, actually, the major restructuring happened. I would say there was a major increase in revenue, about 500%, expanded into different locations, went into, other than Lagos, we went to other cities as well. In 2021, there was a major shift. We launched our operations in Dubai and UK as well. So that was, I think we had a major office on Sheikh Zayed Road. It's quite a big office, and we had launched a team. That was a major strategic decisions. We'll talk about Dubai separately and some other time. We launched 24/7 customer service. And by the way, we just recently revamped. We have a 24/7 team available to support our customers across the globe any day without failing. Even in the public holidays, we have some staff always working. So then in 2020, we had some major sales, about $10 million plus in Dubai. So this is basically, I'm just trying to give you an idea, nothing new, but how we grow. So this is a story of, I would say, hats off to our chairman and the management team who has been involved. I would like to commend them. It's a story of persistence, a great and patience, from nothing to this size of this business in 4 continents. It takes a lot. I really want to congratulate everyone involved in this growth, and especially the way we are poised now for the growth for the next years. It looks amazing. Some of our portfolio, some of our existing states, just quickly run through them. If you see on the first, my left side, these are the states we have already launched in Nigeria. Mr. Farooq will be having a separate 5-minute discussion about the US, how many states and what we are doing there. The first one is Sardius Farm Estate, Ape, Lagos. Wonderful location. I have been there twice. We did a lot of celebrity engagements there. Still, I think another important, I think IT should drop this somewhere, or Mr. Farooq. There is a price increase alert happening from first week of January. The prices are going almost 100% up. If you can share that slide somewhere whenever you get time, so if clients or any other person can know, they still can take advantage of this current price. We have a Spire State, Ekorodu, then Beryl Estate, Asaba. I have been on the ground on this beautiful location, very panoramic view. Still, I think land is available on cheaper prices. So, but as I gave you alert, it's going to increase for every single state. Sardis State, Port Harcourt is another beautiful city. We have an active presence there. Jasper Smart City Esheri, another beautiful project. Beryl Apollo, Abeokuta. This is also on the main road. I think the main development and the airport is going towards that side. Beryl Beachfront, opposite beach. This is another fantastic location. White House Kuje in Abuja. In Abuja, I told you, Abuja is amazing. When I landed in Abuja first time, I couldn't believe my eyes. Nigerian, I had a different perception of Nigeria. It looked like a beautiful green, a developed place. I think Abuja is another city where you should be eyeing. We will be eyeing more land. It's difficult to find good lands, and still there is some options available. Take advantage of those. Sardius Estate, Guzape, Abuja. This is a beautiful hill station, kind of, and high end, Still, if you compare to the neighboring communities, the prices were excellent. Then Ibadan, White House Ibadan. We have Jasper Airport Road, Abuja. Yeah, this is what I mentioned. We are building our greenhouses. Beryl Fort, Ikorodu, Beryl Golf, Ibadan, then Jasper Smart City, Bejoleki, of course, which is our main project. Then we have some pre-launch stage states on my right, Garnet State, Bejoleki, Inogu. We are planning is to go northeast also, so you can see some of the states. And other than that, there's a lot of things under planning. So I'll just go. So if you look in last 2 years, I would say, last 1 year in particular, the major milestones we achieved. We expanded ourselves into the US in Houston, Texas. We have an office in Katy. I think that is a major shift. Let me explain you the philosophy behind focusing on US and Dubai market, why we are focusing. If you look at Nigerian market, it is our market. This is our home where we have been and where we always will be. We are expanding, but nobody should misunderstand why we are focusing in the US and Dubai. So looking at Nigerian local economy situation, as a board or as a group CEO, we had those discussions. The best way to expand within Nigeria, even to have some foreign exchange in the pocket. And that is the only way when you are operating outside. And what you do, because when you are earning your revenues in the US dollar, which becomes much easier to do and support the growth back home in Nigeria also. And so other way around, it's extremely difficult, because if you see Naira and dollar fluctuation during last year became 100% devalued. So this is very, very intentional, the US expansion. And we want to grow the brand value, where we want to be known as a company which is not only local. And Dr. Stephen has taken this step, and I think we should applaud him what he has, especially for this particular step. and he has already making inroads in the US market. He's been on the media. He's becoming a well-known figure in the US also, as he has been in Africa. So another big thing we have done, more than $1 million we have paid back to our investors in terms of their return on investors or capital payments from GWest or any other ways. Another important thing we created during this year, we wanna, especially my coming in, Dr. Stephen, this company has been known, his personal company, he has been so mixed with the company, but now we are running as a corporate business. Dr. Stephen is the chairman, but he sits as the chairman. Day-to-day operation, there's a management team. I sit as a group CEO. I mentioned all the management team. And we have an advisory board of members, which are experienced people from the different markets. And we had a board meeting on 17, and we have a review meeting on January 20. We did just finalize our budgets for next year. Another thing, we did acquire 5 more estates for the pre-launch. I think if you look, these few points looks very, very small, but it took a lot of courage and effort to be there. Particularly, GWest Capital, we were in Nigeria. Now we are a full-fledged US Security Exchange Commission filed company in US, which can accept public funding. So GWest Limited USA is another company which is a big accomplishment by Gtext holding, which were accepting funding, and this is a platform who wants to be partner in US growth. A lot of people say we don't have big money, so we have a different capital structure, investment scenarios. Mr. Farooq would touch base that, so we can run. There's an opportunity for you globally. You can be partner with us in the US if you want to be part of that. You want to earn in US dollar, and of course you can support us in Nigeria also through GWest. So a lot has been achieved, and there's a very, very aggressive plan. Actually, the plan for the next year, where we are planning about $400 million US dollar in terms of revenue with aggressive bottom line. Of course, it has not gone without challenges, last year. And as any businesses, one thing I have observed during my all experience globally, particularly business in developing countries where we have this political instability, government policies are weak, economic instability, business becomes more difficult. And to do business in Nigeria is not easy. And we want to differentiate ourselves, not a company which is any ABC company. We are a company which serves to a particular niche of the customers. And we want to be look like transparent, 100% transparent, and a credible business. And thankfully, we have maintained that. And I'll touch base in the next slide, another very important initiative what we are going to take. Inflation is one of the main reasons which has affected us during 2024. If I recall, last September, when I was in Lagos, a dollar was about 950 to Naira. I think now it is about 1,700. Imagine we are in the construction business, all the input costs, we have to import material, and customers have locked the prices. So unfortunately, we have to go back to all those customers, explain our situation, absorb some of the inflation with us so we can deliver the service products. And similarly, when we do acquire lands, have to spend a lot of money on their development, on the fencing, on the service, internal roads, on the tarred roads. So a lot has impacted us in terms of this 100% deflation of the currency has impacted our cash flows. And Nigerian clients in particular, even the diaspora, we have seen the trend, they have been slow in making their payments. And this is another kind of, I would say, some clients have defaulted. And by the way, which we are going to take a very strict action, I'll be discussing just in a minute. Increase in building materials, as I mentioned, when the inflation goes up, you have to import, steel, all the sanitary items. Mr. Farooq, an engineer, can highlight you better. So these all things made our cash flows more stringent. But at the same time, we have our bills to pay. We are growing. We have salaries. We have office expenses. We have a return on the investments to pay, which definitely impacted us in some way. we were slow in paying some of those returns when affected the cash flow. For those reasons, the move outside Nigeria was very, very important to see. And so if we earn some foreign exchange in terms of dollars, will be much better, and that will ease our cash flow in home within Nigeria also. So, uh, so these are some impacts, when the clients delay or default on their payments. So what happens with us on our side of business? If you see, I have a 2 billion naira, I've been told by accounts, which is a very glaring number, which people owe us as a business. The client, these are the installment payments, these are the development charges people are supposed to pay, these are the documentation levies, we spend money on. So all these payments, they do affect the cash flows. And of course, it's slowing down project delivery, losing land deals, because if we don't have enough cash, we are such a good opportunity where if we cash in hand is a winner always, and you can grab a good deal. We are losing on that, and of course it hindered our growth plans. And delay to payment in investors, if we receive money late, of course we have commitments monthly to pay to investors. It does impact. So all this, so I request all our clients who have a contractual agreements with us, please pay your dues. Otherwise, we are going to buy back your lands, and you will not have any more land with us. And very, very important call and bold decision, I think we have taken in-house. All the lands we are willing to buy back from our customers who are ideally people who have paid. We love, they pay their charges, development and documentation, they keep their land, prices have gone up. Or the people who are still holding our payments, they are in default up to January 15. I hope this date can be highlighted. Already team is working, we have consulted our legal counsel on that. So it's a very, very key move and bold move, by the way. Not every company or any business will come back, guys, we are open to buy back our land, we will pay you back. Of course, there's the terms and condition and the payment plans, but not every business will be open to that. That's a sign of transparency Gtext is exhibiting in the market. So that's very unique and very bold move. But at the same time, we are serious to collect our monies, because without those cash flows, I said 2 billion naira, if I have, it solves a lot of immediate cash flow issues for me. So another important step we have done, I think that's a wonderful step, because our chairman is a big fan of AI, and going digital. I think this makes life easier for everyone. We have digitalized all our land procurement and asset purchase process. So if any customer, I think you should be happy to hear that, because that brings another kind of transparency. If you can go online, choose particular estate, look at the location, look at the surroundings, then you can go internal, choose your particular plot size, location of the plot, corner, and see the price. You will know the price. Even you can pay online, fill all the forms, get your documentation. Even you're sitting outside Nigeria, it's a very seamless process. And we will be having a proper mobile app also, along as we have for the GWest Capital. So this is wonderful. You can have all 3D views, and important, there will be 20. There is already a 24/7 customer support, 24/7 customer support for you guys for any problems. So this is a wonderful initiative we are taking for the next year. And before I finish, these are again some of the contact numbers of all the different subsidiaries with their MDs, their phone number and emails. Mr. Farouk, you should leave this, I think, in the chat box, or make some WhatsApp group for this today's meeting, and share all those details so people have these things handy with them. So that's it from me, and I'll be around this all the session here. We can, if any particular question answer, we'll be happy to take. So for time being, I'll revert to you, Mr. Farouk, the floor for the next proceedings. Thank you very much for having me. Mr. Farouk?
Yes, technical.
Yeah.
Savannah, you can take off your slide now. So,
Okay.
okay, I think we can all clap for Mr. Rana. Okay, technical, over to you.
Door open.
I've actually come and experienced it live, and I'm blown away. Everything so perfect. It's not as if like a film trick, like all the things that has been sent to me.
Many, many kilometers. All day. Now only day for my side. Calling me for my life.
I have a client on site that came to inspect. She already bought this place, but she came to also inspect and see how far we've gone. And let's hear what she had to say about this place.
I haven't seen all the what's it called, the building. I've actually come and experienced it live, and I'm blown away. Everything so perfect. It's not as if like a film trick, like all the things that have been sent to me. Well, no, they were not real, but I can see it real, live and direct, and they were all very perfect. The finishing and everything, they're all good, and I really love it. Honestly, she has been telling me to upgrade, and I'm thinking about it now.
She's upgrading. She's not thinking again.
Thank you for what's it called, Jessica. She has been my support and everything.
Thank you so very much. We're glad to have you here. Thank you so much. So you've heard it all. If you're thinking of investing in Jasper Estates, I'm not even saying anything. You heard from her. Yeah. Call the number showing on your screen. You can also book an inspection. We are always on site 24/7. Yeah. That's the standard we run over here. We'll be waiting for you here to have you, and so that we can create that beautiful experience with you. Signing out from Jasper, Jessica Martins. Bye.
James, bye.
Okay, I think we can all clap for Mr. Rana. Just clap for Mr. Rana. I appreciate Mr. Rana. Mr. Rana has been our CEO for the past 2 years, and I was quite excited when I saw him for the first time. And then we even gave him a Nigerian name. We gave him an Igbo name. I think his name is Emeka. So you can say thank you, Emeka. That also be great to greet him. So,
Thanks for reminding Mr. Farouk. Thank you for reminding.
Mr. Emeka. So it's been a great presentation by Mr. Rana. Mr. Rana basically talks about what we've done so far in Gtext Holdings in the past year and how we are going to move forward. And we're having this AGM to have a direct conversation with our clients to explain what has been going on so far in the past year, what I've been able to achieve. How do you plan to see the future of this company? And there are some striking revelations Mr. Rana actually spoke about that I'd like to also reiterate. He also discussed about the buyback policy. And for us as staff, we've been at the forefront of everything. And it's quite important that for everyone to understand what we are doing here is a business transaction. For us as GTEX Holdings, GTEX Land, GTEX Homes, we run as a proper company with structure. Unfortunately, we have some clients that maybe go through personal challenges, they need some money, and they believe that they can just come back to us and ask for their money back. We have some cases whereby some clients just call out or do and say, I bought this land at so, I need my money back. But unfortunately, we are not a bank. We run as a proper company. And we're here to say, okay, for those of you that have been the clients, and some of you, you don't understand the amount of value you've got for this estate. Some people have bought some estate from us when it was selling for 1.5 million, 5 million, and now it's currently selling for nothing less than 30 million, 40 million, and 50 million. That is what a transaction is supposed to look like. The gain that has gone across all those properties, it is your gain, not my own. My job is to show you the value in the estates we are selling. And when you buy, you'll be the one to make some money. You buy a land of 5 million, it becomes 20 million, 30 million, 40 million. You don't come back and say, Mr. Farouk, for this land, let me give you another 5 million for making me buy this land. No, it's your property. So now we are willing to say enough is enough. Now you may not be willing to continue with us. We'll give you the opportunity to give us the same land you bought from us, and we'll be able to buy it back from you at the price you sold it to. We sold it to you. And we're going to pay you 100% after 120 working days. And of course, you have to send us your document back to us in the way we are giving it back to you. And of course, you pay for documentation. We will not be willing to give you back your documentation fee. So the amount you pay for the land, we're willing to give you back in full. However, because of the fact that we have over 2 billion in debt, right, from clients that are owing us. You're owing us some money for documentation, development levy, and for land. We're giving people to the 15th of January to make those payments, or just as recognized by the law. If you do not pay for land, you don't have your documents, you do not own that land anywhere in the world. And we're saying, okay, we've given some notices, we sent some emails, we're going to revoke your land to you, right? We're going to revoke your land and take our land back, which is what is the proper thing to do. However, you can still request for your money back. And what we'll be willing to do is that we'll be able to take a 30% deduction. And of course, you'll be able to get your payments for land after 120 working days. We sent some email to that effect. We did a press conference about 2 weeks back about this. We carried around, we pushed on social media, it's on our YouTube. We sent via email. We're just having this medium to also communicate these new changes. Because it's a beautiful thing if GTS gets 2 billion, a lot of our estates will have been developed by now. Jassa will be full of houses, Beru will be full of houses. These are the things that we need to project our company forward and move stronger. You can see in terms of how we have progressed in the past years, we've moved from one estate to 10 estates to 15 estates to over 20 estates. I want to keep moving forward as the time goes by. Finally, again, we go to interest you that we have also paid over $1 million in return on investment to clients for those that have invested in Achievers Capital in Nigeria and also in the US. And it's a fantastic achievement for us to be able to do that. Unfortunately, some of the things that also held us back is the fact that we've given up over 500 million naira in refund to clients that have bought some property over the years, and we're willing to refund more. However, you have to give us time. Like I said, we are not a bank. We're running as a proper company with structure. So you give us 120 working days to promote 120 work days to process your refund and try and see how we can resell some of those lands to other people that are willing to buy, and then we'll pay you back in staggered payments. Because a lot of people have paid in 6 months, 1 year, some have been owing us for about 2 years. So we're willing to give you back. However, give us some time and then we'll pay back in staggered returns. So that's a little update to emphasize what Mr. Rana has also said. And it's a bold move going forward in 2025. And we're able to recoup some of this amount to be able to deliver on some of the promises we've given to all our clients all over the world. Technical, can you just play an intro video before I talk about what we are doing in the US and how you can be a part of it? Thank you.
I am here with Gtext Homes.
You want to invest in real estate, do it for the future.
So I've been a guest of Gtext Homes, and I can tell you they are not bluffing. They are very, very serious about what they do.
I'm on tour with Gtext Homes.
Gtext is in heaven.
I'm going to be taking a tour. I want you to join me.
My name is Oliver Dollars, and I'm live at Jasper Gardenia by Gtext Homes.
Welcome to Jasper Estate.
Hi there, what's going on here? You know when I say people that are doing well, I say, all right, you are doing well.
You don't wait to buy real estate. You buy and wait.
Welcome to Gtext Homes USA, where we create wealth through real estate investments, offering land sales, housing development, shortlets, and rentals. We're developing 24 units of luxury apartments in Tidwell, 58 housing units in Claudine, and a 6-story office complex in Katy. You can also invest in land in and other prime locations across Texas, including Houston and Richmond. At Gtext Homes, we specialize in building eco-friendly green homes that incorporate smart technology, designed for sustainability and energy efficiency. Our homes offer modern living solutions.
Okay, if you can, technical. Okay, I think that's from your end. Okay, thank you so much, technical. So I'm here to talk a little bit about our expansion in the US. And for us, the question people always ask is, why do you keep expanding? Why and why and why? Well, some people ask us that you still have some developments you are doing in Nigeria. Why not finish those before you move to the US? And the answer is very simple. for you to survive in the 21st century in business is that you have to diversify your investment. And it's a teaching Dr. Steve always tell us personally, even for you as an individual, you invest in one economy, have a backup in another economy. And we have looked in the past few years of how the progression of this company has been. Everywhere will make bigger in sales, but what we realize is that if you convert the amount you make in naira to dollar, we realize that in the global market you are declining in sales. However, right, in your Nigerian context, you are increasing in sales. And that's why we went to Dubai. Dubai was like an experiment for us to look in the global market. Yes, we'll be going to Dubai from time to time. We decided to experiment. Let's sell some properties in Dubai. And in 2021, we did that. We made over $10 million in sales in Dubai. And we saw the effect it had in our Nigerian business. And then, of course, our chief visionary, Dr. Steven, decided that it's no brainer to invest in the US. US has one of the strongest currency, right? And here in Nigeria to the US, you're able to make a lot of money from the US and now bring that same money back to Nigeria to develop our properties. And the strategy of GTEX is more about how do you do things in the best possible way, right? Dr. Sarah was showing us the team that we have in GTEX. The team is not just there to fill in spaces. They have to make strategic decisions on behalf of you, the client, on behalf of us, the staff, and also on behalf of the company to move forward. We are being a company that is lasting 100 years. We are being a company that will last more than Dr. Steven, last more than his children, last more than me. Dr. Steven, like he says, is an investor in the company, does not run the affairs. So he is building a company that he can drop off in the next year, move to another business. And that's how companies should build. And this is why we have moved into the US. So in the US, our vision is to build a $200 million portfolio. And currently, by the grace of God, in the past 1 year, we've been able to get about 4 different properties that we are focusing on in the US. When we started this year, we started by just offering investment for people to invest in the US. But now our modulus of operation has changed. And if you're going through the milestone read by Mr. Rana, you see that he said that here in GTEX Holdings, we're the first real estate company owned in Nigeria that started in Nigeria to sell land in the US in retail plots to investors and customers. I thought you all would clap. Let me explain again. We're the first real estate company in Nigeria to sell land in the US to Nigerians and to other people outside Nigeria in retail plots. And this is a fantastic achievement by us here in GTEX. When we start, we do things in terms of milestones, in terms of records. We started selling green and smart. We started 24/7 CRM. We started delivering documents to people all over the world, anywhere you are to your doorstep. And now we are selling retail plots to people. And this is one of our estates in the US. It's called Jasper Golf Estate Brookshire. It's a 99-acre property. On this property, we are putting a golf course in the middle, right? So people that are buying into this estate, if you are buying a land, at the moment we're only selling about 46 plots, and we barely have 46 acres. We barely have about 10 acres left for sale for the first cluster. And then if you've not bought it, this is an opportunity for you to also buy it. It's a 99-acre property. We are building houses. We are also selling plots. If you can go through, you can see my slide. This is just showing you what the virtual view of the estate will look like. As you can see, we have commercial units. We have a golf course in the middle. We have a river as well running through the estate. So if you are buying into this estate, you are buying a plot of land or an acre, which I recommend for land banking. The same way we've done land banking in Nigeria, sold properties for 5 million, 4 million. They are now worth 40 million, 50 million in the space of 3 to 5 years. You can imagine what this will look like in the US. Also, for those of you that invest in Nigeria, you know you're also investing in foreign currency, which means this is a bold move to beat inflation. And I tell my clients and I tell people that when we are selling properties, we're not telling you to come and buy for buying sake because we want to sell. We're telling you that this is an opportunity we've invested in, and we are calling you to come and invest with us and enjoy the same profit. And the same thing we have seen and the same way we've projected, we're giving an opportunity to be a part of it in a less risky manner. Because we are the ones to develop, we are the ones to find investors, we are the ones to protect your land. All you need to do is just buy a plot of land or buy an acre and get return on investment in the coming years. So as you can see, there's a golf course in the middle, commercial units around. These are our own development that we're building. For those of you that are buying into land, your land will be facing the golf course or facing the river. And you all understand the value of property that is facing the golf course. I do not start giving examples, but you understand what this is. So there are two opportunities to be a part of this estate. Some of us have been part of it. The first opportunity is for you to invest, whereby you can call it passive income. You invest in a project and you get return on investment every 18 months for a minimum of 3 years or for 6 years. The second opportunity is to buy a plot of land here. We're currently we'll be launching this estate at 300,000 per acre, but because of this AGM, we gave a promo in December that is ending by 31st of December. You can buy an acre for this property for 150,000, and then you can make your payments within 1 year. And again, you can also buy a plot for 30,000. We are paying outright, and if you are paying in 1 year, you can pay for $40,000. As you can see, this is the actual price, 300K per acre. But because your client's first-hand information, I ran a promo through the month of December to about 9 investors. I think we only have about 2 slots available. You can buy for 150K per acre. And of course, you can buy a plot of land for 30,000 or 40,000 on 1 year installment. The second project we're having is a 24 unit in Tidwell. And for those of you that are in the US, it's just about 12 minutes from downtown Houston and 15 minutes from the Bush International Airport. And for this, we are not selling units. We are just giving opportunities for people to invest in it. And our goal is when we are starting our operation in the US, it's not just about getting investors' money. How do you put this money into work? And this is the development we are first developing in the US. We're going to get 24 units of 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom, which we are going to lease out to people for shopless. The World Cup is coming to Houston, and this is another opportunity for us to make passive income. So investing in this project, of course, you can invest a minimum of $20,000. But for today, we can approve for $10,000 minimum investment, and then you can invest for 3 years, 6 years, or for 9 years. It's just facing directly to the express, and of course, you can request an inspection to our US office. But for this, we are taking on investment. The third project we're having in the US is an 89 unit in Claudine, Richmond. For those of you that are familiar with the US, Claudine, Richmond is a well-developed area. And for this, we are building 3 bedroom and 4 bedroom in this location. We are building town singles unit family homes, and the minimum is selling for 375K. However, you can also invest in this project, or you can buy a house. And the beautiful news we're also giving people is an opportunity for you to pay your 30% for a period of 1 year, and then we'll connect you with a mortgage that can allow you to spread your payments for the next 20 years. So these are another opportunity that is available in the US. Like I said, we are going hard and heavy in the US. $200 million portfolio in the US is what our target is. And of course, the job is just to create opportunities for people to diversify their income all across board. This is just showing what we're expecting to do. This is the layout, this is the plotting that we have, and these are the beautiful houses we'll be having on this estate. The final project we're having in the US is a 6 unit story building office complex at KND. Mr. also said the beautiful news is that we now have our office in the US located at 518 West Green Boulevard at Katy, Texas. And of course, you can pay us a visit. We have staff available for you. You can visit us, talk about our properties in the US, talk about our properties in Nigeria. You can request an inspection to see any of our 4 projects. And like I said, for us, it's just showing you how Dr. Phil started his own empire with 1,000 naira, which was about $1 then in Nigeria. And now we have a portfolio of about 30 estates in Nigeria. And now we have 4 different projects in the US. It's started like this. And now just by investing, increasing your investment with us, diversifying your portfolio, you have opportunity to make profit as we make profit as our projects are new and early in the US. Again, this project is only available for investment. You can invest for as little as $20,000. But for the sake of this meeting, we're willing to do a $10,000. You can invest $10,000 and get returns across 3 years, across 6 years, and across 9 years as well. And like I said, we've paid about $1 million in return on investment for so far in Gvest, and we want to also be able to give you your own check at the end of the year when you invest in this project in the US. Like I said, our office is at 518 West Green Boulevard in Katy, Texas. The zip code is 77450. And you can send us an email to info@gtexhomesusa.com. And of course, you can reach out to our sales manager in the US. Her name is Coach Temi Ajibewa. Our phone number is +1 346 575 4852. Again, you can send us an email at info@gtexhomesusa.com to be a part of this project. If you have any questions, you can ask so far, and then we'll to take some of your questions. And yes, just to reiterate what I discussed about the buyback policy, Mr. Gabi, like I said, our job is to provide value to clients, right? Our job is to show you opportunities where you can make money in real estate. And in all fairness, we sold some land to some people for about 3 million, 4 million, and now those land are worth 40 million, 50 million. Now, you can decide to sell your land to anybody. That is fine. We just facilitate the transfer process. But you cannot wait. You need some money. You want to liquidate your assets. Normally and by law, we're allowed to take 30%. Imagine when you bought land from us, we've paid income tax 30% by the Nigerian law. We've paid commission. We've done administrative fee. We've paid our staff. We've protected the land. We are currently paying security in every one of our land at the moment. There's security on standby to protect the land for land grabbers. And for us as developers, we buy the land from Monile. We also buy the land from government, even more expensive than that. These are the values that you've enjoyed all through the years. And now what we are doing now is a window opportunity, is a golden gate opportunity. Nobody buy lands from people 100%. So what we are saying is that, okay, you want your money back. Rather than us taking 30%, right? You buy a land of 30 million, I will take 30%. You understand what that is already. We are saying we are willing to give it with our own fairness, no problem, no fight, 100% back, right? No other real estate company can do it. You can do your research. Nobody is willing to do that for you. Now you can get a buyer on your own and resell. No problem, will facilitate the process. So if you prefer those terms, that's fantastic. And if the land is valued 20 million, it's a gain for you. Why do you want to sell a land that is valued 20 million after 3 years? It's a plus for you to keep that land, but you don't wait. You need some money. We are willing to do that. Give us 120 working days. We process your payments and then we give you that. So I hope that is clear, Mr. Gabi. And for those that are asking why the land is not bought at the current value, but not at the value that it is bought from us. So thank you so much. That is my time. Next, we'll have technical, and then we'll be able to take some AOB next, where we'll be able to address some of your questions. And then we'll be having our chairman, who is an investor like us. He doesn't run this business. We are privileged to have him speak to us as well. We'll have Dr. Stevens to just take some of the closing remarks to talk about what our business will also look like going forward beyond 2025 and why we have decided to go on this move to ensure that we keep to our promises, to ensure that we deliver on our word, and also to ensure that we give people the room to make money from real estate in Nigeria, in Dubai, and in the US. Technical, over to you.
So we have with me here Mr. Kainde, who is a prospect who saw our adverts and has come to site to see things for himself. So Mr. Kainde, very quickly, you've seen the site, you've gone through our buildings that are almost completed and the ones that is completed. What's your take? What do you feel about Jasper Estate?
I'm so happy for what I see here. I think it's very nice. Wise order of my friend and my colleague that I can come here and invest. It's a good location. This place is okay and it's very nice.
Mr. Kainde, thank you. I hope you are still making your commitments today or between now and Monday. Awesome. So, any advice to investors, like prospective investors like you, you are here on site? Yes, okay. So, any message to them? As regards taking advantage of the discounted offer currently going on.
Discount is fine. Yeah. So more people can come and achieve this. I can say, okay, let me take like 2-3 units. I think it's very fine. The advantage is okay.
So you heard from Mr. Kainde, who is also who is a prospect about to take his units today. So what are you waiting for? You don't wait to buy property. You buy property and wait. Take advantage and smile tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay, we're right back. We have some Q&A. Dr. Simi, do we have you, or we should take those Q&A, or we like to answer some of them, sir?
Yeah, I mean, I want to give thank you, by the way, everyone, for being part of this and investing with Gtext. I want to say that we will be having our management team interface with you guys more often. I think maybe in 2025, we'll probably have a monthly, interaction with the group CEO, which is Mr. Rana, to give you context. And the reason for that is because everybody keeps coming back to me, and we have a very huge overhead. We're one of those, we're one of the largest real estate companies in Nigeria in terms of employees, right? There's so many real estate companies that are even bigger than us in Nigeria that don't have our staff strength. In fact, some have 10% of the number of staff Gtext has. So if you have that number of, employees and management team, it's because we don't want to run a one-man business. And that's also why Mr. Rana joined us, very experienced, seasoned over the years. But we noticed that people still rush back to me. Okay, maybe because some have access to my phone. You see people come back to my phone, and then demanding this, demanding that, asking for this, asking for that. And there are people, there are MDs in charge of each subsidiaries. And we realize that it's becoming a blackmail issue, right? And we want to stop it in 2025. We don't think it's right. We don't think it's proper. I no longer run day-to-day of the company. Okay. In fact, in recent times, including the finances, I'm not anymore responsible for signing money, approving funds, people being paid for any reason. So if you then still keep coming to me, and I think some people don't even know that it's a sabotage, because the people who really can solve your problem, you didn't go to them, right? So it's not the person who can solve your problem that you keep coming to. Mr. Rana has always reiterated over time that we need to get the chairman out of being the face of the business. It's one, affects the growth of those who are in the system, because every day you keep going back to their chairman, who is also an investor like you, right? In terms of Gtext Holdings, I'm the highest investor. I put more money into Gtext than you guys, you can imagine. I jokingly said this and people don't believe it. Gtext is owing me over ₦1 billion being owed to me. Okay, so take that to the bank. And in 16 years, I'm yet to pull out a single profit. We kept putting the money back into the business. Sometimes I even loaned the company money. So these are internal issues, and we realize that maybe because we're not talking about it, it's making people to just have this perception of, let's just go and disturb Dr. Stephen. Dr. Stephen has multiple streams of income. I've authored over 40 books. I do public speaking. From mentorship alone, what comes into me is huge. So it's important to clarify and separate the company from the person of the founder and shareholder. Okay, and like we said, we want to push our management team more to you guys so that you know. I also want to address the issue of buyback. Buyback, we're just using the word buyback and I'll tell you why. People will come to my DM, my father just died, I need money for burial. Well, you know what, give me money for one plot, right? Some will call our staff and be threatening. Okay, in fact, the press conference we did, our legal firm, Falana Chambers, were there. And we had to emphasize that if such continue to occur, we will take some people to court. right, we will press legal actions, because when you pay somebody money, a company money, you've done what we call civil transaction. Now, if you have disagreement, take them to court. It's your right. Now, when you then call them and then you threaten them, that's criminal. It then means you can be locked up in jail. And it seems most times you don't understand the difference. Civil, criminal. I do business with you is civil. I threaten you is criminal, is jail. Right? So we need to begin to be clear about this. I mean, you can't call our office and be threatening our staff and be boasting and be making mouth and be talking. It's not fair. They are humans too. They could be your children, they could be your brother, they could be your sibling. And you know, it's funny how some people don't even know the quality of people who work in Gtext. That some of these people have PhDs, some of them have masters, some are successful in their own right, like Mr. Rana that is talking to you. Many are investors themselves all over the world. So to just call and talk to people as if they are nobody, we wanted to reiterate that that won't be tolerated going forward. And we might need to take a few legal steps for you to know we're serious about this. Now, to avoid this back and forth, it is money that joined us together. Abi, why not announce a general buyback? That's what we did. You no longer can complete your payment. And we're talking of people even owing. They've not paid development fee. They've not paid document fee. People are asking us questions like, oh, what improvement have you done on burial? We can't use our teeth to do it. Right now, we're already in debt. How? The time we told you to pay 4.5 million for development, in other words, to do fence, okay, to Sanfil, to do road. As at that time, cement was 2,500. Right now, cement is 10,500. Sand per ton was 50,000. Now, sand per ton is over 100,000. Iron rod. Okay, I can go on and on. All these things we need to use to do. So I'll give you an example. Two of our estates were fully fenced and we even put some offices there. Jasper, Lagos, Jasper, Abuja. We, on Jasper, Lagos, were in debt to almost, in other words, deficit. In other words, we spent more than people paid us to the tune of almost $1 billion. Same thing with Jasper, Abuja, over 300 million. Same thing with Beryl, Lagos. In fact, what was worse with Beryl, Lagos, government came, took 5 acres of our land, literally divided the land into 2. So if you go there now, you see our fence on one side. Now we need to do a new set of fence. The Sanfili that cost us over 300 million and all of that, we need to redo it. Now, we are not reaching out to customers and say, government did this to us, okay? Can you pay us more money? We didn't say that. I won't mention name of developers. Some developers lost all their land and told the customers, well, it's not us, it's government that took our land. You don't have anything again. We were proactive. We knew the coastal road was going to pass there. So we bought more land. In fact, right now we're about acquiring another 12 acres in addition, so that nobody lose their land with us. Now, if companies operating with that level of integrity, to now be owing them, it's not fair. And then be saying, well, I've not paid this because of this. What will they use to do the this that you are talking about? How? It's the same thing with when Africans come late, African time. You see somebody come 30 minutes late, and they say, you people have not started. Why will we start? Why will we start? You were part of those that will make us start. If you don't come, how do we start the event? So the culture of when others should have done it. Well, if you are not careful, everybody too has not done it like you. Why not lead first? So right now, what we even ask people to pay for development levy cannot take care of that anymore. Beryl cannot work on those amounts anymore. Most of the estate, virtually all. So we've had to increase the development levy. But you see, you have so much back and forth, back and forth. You know what? You can get your money back if you fully paid for the land. And the only argument is either they gave me 400 square meter instead of 600 square meter. The only argument is either, oh, we were not, you've not paid development levy, or you've not finished paying it, or you've not finished paying document. We will refund your money fully. We have lost because we paid commission, we operated offices, we pay salaries, we run business. So we're at a loss. But if you are the one still, or you have not even finished paying for the land, I hope you know, in that case, you don't even have land. So in such situation, our 30% deduction still apply because you have not even finished paying for the land. So you don't, by law, you don't even have a land yet, because until you finish paying before you can say we owe you a land. Okay, but we're talking about those who are finished paying for land, but it was just development levy or documentation fee. Those who are willing to pay refund 100%. Okay, and it's just a way to show integrity. We'll go and look for new buyers for those lands, but we need to move forward, because if we keep delaying, then it's going to become a failed estate. We will never be able to do fence, do drainage, because the bills will keep rising, right? And we will never be able to achieve what we need to achieve. So that's why the management, Mr. Rana, the team, all of us look at it and say, we need to take decisions. It's risky, it has implication on us as well, but we just have to make a decision, right? So for us, that's about that. I bought land in Ekpe Road, documents. Well, first of all, we give documents in 8 to 12 weeks if you finish paying. So if you tell us, and we deliver document anywhere in the world, we partner with DHL. So first of all, don't join this show and with Anonymous, because we won't be able to solve your problem. Anonymous is not a name. Edit and put your name so that it's easy for the MD of Gtext Land. She's here, right? She can note your name and go talk to the customer fulfillment unit and trace and call you and know whatever is the reason why you haven't gotten documents. Okay, but we always do allocation on time. In fact, we do our allocation with videos. We get celebrities to be there. So allocation is not the only people we can allocate to is if you haven't finished payment, right? So if you have not finished paying, there's no allocation that will be done. But if you have finished paying for the land and you've paid for documentation, you've paid for development levy, you have your land. Somebody was talking about, can they buy land from Gtext in bulk? Yes, we now have a subsidiary in charge of that. If Mr. Shola is here, he can drop his official contact. You can talk to Gtext Land. You want to buy land in bulk, you're a developer, you want to start your mini estate, you want to buy 5 acre, 10 acre. We do that all over the world, including US. So that opportunity is available. Somebody talked about buying land in Ogudu. I mean, first of all, there's no land that you bought from us that is not available, right? There are some lands that maybe we didn't get enough subscribers for it, and I think Ogudu is one of them. So, for example, you launch a land, you don't have enough subscribers, you have to wait for a while before you relaunch that estate. And we've had such. When we launched Ogudu, we didn't get up to I think we didn't even have 5 subscribers. And the argument we were getting was people say it's too expensive, it's too expensive. So what we've decided to do is to wait, right? We believe that in the next, maybe by next year or 2026, we'll relaunch. At that point, also we will have built a clientele that can afford, because you need to know that we're also growing as a company. When we started, how much was our land? The kind of customers we're attracting were people who can pay 700 naira, 700,000 naira, right? People who can pay 1 million naira. Those were the people who could attract as a company. But as we moved on, now comfortably we're able to attract customers that can afford 10, 20 million per plot, right? We are still working on attracting clients who can pay 50 to 100 million per plot in the Nigerian market. So you build your brand gradually to attract the kind of customers that can afford what you want. But again, same thing with that. If you, for whatever reason, feel you want your money back, reach out and they refund your money. That's not, refund has never been our problem. We've refunded this year alone. I'm aware this year we've refunded over 200 million, if not more. Okay. In our lifetime, refund is almost 1 billion naira we've done in refund. You know, for a company to keep a good name that Gtext has, there's been a lot of sacrifices that has gone into that. Somebody's talking about returns being lower. Yes, our return is lower because we are not a Ponzi scheme, right? This is in America, the highest interest rate you will get from quality investment companies is, let's say 7%, 6%. That's the highest per annum. Okay. So if you're getting somebody to promise you 12%, 10%, that's really high. It's dollars. It's not naira. Okay. And many of you have done all these Ponzi schemes. They promise you. And did you get back your money? Okay. So when you're dealing with a credible organization that has prominent people behind the brand, I'm not the only prominent person behind the Gtext brand. A lot of great people have put their face forward to identify with this company. Okay. And Mr. Rana and his team knows that they cannot disappoint us because it's a reputation they are using to grow the company, right? So things have to be done in a way that is easy to defend. I'll give you an example. There's been delay in paying some of our investors in Nigeria this year, right? Some have had 3 months delay, 2 months delay before they got their money. And it's because of what happened with the economy. We started January knowing that dollar to a naira was 500. Inflation was not even, was single digits, remember? Then the president took over, right? And then this thing started rising and started rising and started rising. It started since last year. And now it's risen to a point there's just no control. And many of these investments were done 3 years ago. Okay? But we still have been able to pay. We're just having delay. But we've paid, in fact, we've paid over 80% of our investors this year, despite the delay. Okay? And that's what we keep saying. You must structure your business that even when there is crisis, you can still meet up. It's not as if totally you fail. Are you aware Gtext is one of the few real estate companies, because every real estate company does this investment thing, but Gtext is one of the, in fact, probably one or two that has been paying the last 3 years. Developers, even who make more money than us, have reached out to me to say, Oga, how have you been paying your investors? We haven't paid in 3 years. Okay, I have people in my DM because, you know, of my visibility in the real estate sector, who keep reporting this developer to me, that developer to me. And I'm saying, you know, some say, in fact, some who probably invested with us and invested with others, and are reaching out to say, how come you paid, they didn't pay? I'm saying, even those of us who paid, it's sacrifice on our part. Okay, because the economy has been terrible, right? Extremely terrible. And so all we've had to say to many is give us some, for those who they haven't fully paid, give some time, because but we'll pay. I remember sharing with somebody, I said, integrity for me is not because of anyone. Like, you can't threaten me to have integrity. Okay? I have integrity because I choose to. It's a thing, you know, like Abraham said, let's you say I made Abraham rich. There are some of us who have personal pride that make us to want to always fulfill what we promise. I remember 2017, we had this group of investors who invested with us. And we will try to buy land in Ibejuleki and were scammed about 3 times. At the end of the day, we lost all these investors' money. I will never forget, we're doing retreat in January. I called each of them one by one, and I was telling them, I'm sorry I lost your money. We don't have it. But give me some time, right? You'll get both your capital and the 1 year returns we promised. And to the glory of God, by end of 2020, beginning of 2018, end of 2018, everybody was paid. I had to take money from my coaching program, speaking engagement to pay every single one of those investors. So for me, integrity is a personal thing. It's not something you are doing. If I still see those investors, I don't know who they are. Because most of my clients, I don't know them. We've never met. 90% of you, I've never met you. So it's not a thing of we're doing things because, oh, maybe we even know you. So, you look at, no, it's just what is the rule. And we have great people in the organization who also live by those principles. Mr. Rana, all the management team, they know what we use to back this organization and what we stand for. Okay, the integrity is not even just to be done, it must also be communicated. That's also why we're making this open. There's no secret. This is the challenge. This is the solution. So we're not asking everybody to say you want your money back. No, your land is still your land. If you have finished paying, you don't owe us money, you own your land and you can sell it at the proper price. We are going to be launching before the end of 2025 a marketplace on our website where those who buy land and want to resell it can put their price and all customers will see it and can buy. Okay, and you can put your price till you get somebody amongst our customers. How many of you are happy about that? So we're building a marketplace for all customers. So you can sell at the proper price. Okay, but we're talking of people who are in distress. You lost your mom, the economy has been tough on you, there's a challenge, you cannot pay us. Rather than, we being stuck, you being stuck, right? Can we refund your money and we move on? You move on. That's all we're saying. So it's not a thing of, oh, everybody, we're giving you. No, we're not. We don't even have that resources to say, and we're not that wicked to say, oh, you fully paid and we just want to cheat you. The value has gone up and then want to cheat you and then have you pay the real amount. No, we're saying people who are owing us and they cannot afford to pay. They know. I mean, people have reached out. Economy is tough. I have family challenges. There are issues. So I need help. I want my money back. And we said, rather than just do it on a one or few people reach out, let's announce it generally. You are owing us. You can't complete your payments. Let's refund you. Okay? And that's what this is about. I hope this makes sense. But if you are not owing us, your land is intact. We have 247, like Mr. Farouk said, security every day guiding these estates. We pay every month. Where do we write that into? Some of you just pay us once and you left. What we provide is not just selling land or house. We provide a service that guarantees that if it's 20 years later you come back, your property is intact. Nobody has taken it. So I hope I made that very clear, and that has been clear. On somebody's asking how much is a plot in Ibejuleki. I think you can drop the MD of Gtext Land's number. Mr. Farouk, if you just drop everybody's all subsidiaries. So if it's land you want to buy, talk to Gtext. If it's house you want to buy, talk to Gtext Homes. So you can talk to the team. They'll give you prices because we have more than 5 different estates in Ibejuleki. Okay. Yes, we haven't launched Ijebu Ode yet. We're launching it in 2025. We have something we call pre-launch estates. In other words, you're able to key in at a lesser price. Sometimes it takes 6 months before we launch. Sometimes it takes 1 year before we launch. But once the day we launch, you get your document. So people ask, why do we delay? Sometimes in the course of the interaction, things are discovered, right? Whether the legitimacy of the land. Sometimes there's no issue with legitimacy. We just need to have enough investors, right? Sometimes is a case where the period needs to be right, and that's it. Prime roads, all our estates are intact, whether prime roads, whether every estate is intact. Yeah, there are situations where we have some estates and people come and contend, right? For example, we have one of our estates in Asaba. It has C of O. We bought it with C of O from the person that was given C of O as far back as the 80s or 90s. And another person came to contest the land, right? And took, the person who sold it to us to court. And then we're in court, but we know we bought from the legitimate source. And we have solid lawyers, right? Mr. Falano SAN is one of our lawyers, and several other, about 5 different law firms. So we are solid in not just defensive, but offensive. Because land business, people don't know, goes beyond just, I paid for land, I got a land, right? People will contest and contend with a land you bought. Someone can come 10 years later and begin to fight it. So we have had to build a structure. If our land business, for example, the chairman of the advisory board is a former IG of police. All these are moves and decisions we did to make sure we protect investors' interest. We had to bring in a lot of high-profile people to help protect the organization against anybody that wants to fight us, so that in your interest is protected. Okay? Is it possible to leverage on a land I have with Gtext to buy into another estate within the organization? Yes, you can. We've even had people who choose to say, okay, if you have not launched Ijebu-Ode, okay, can you give me, I'm just giving an example, Epe, that you have already launched, because I can't wait till when you launch Ijebu-Ode. We had somebody who bought it at Port Harcourt. If there's delay in launching your Port Harcourt, can you give me something in Lagos? We've had people, even in Ogudu, one of those who bought Ogudu say, okay, give me another location. When you are fully ready to launch Ogudu back, I'm ready to come back and buy that afresh. So we're open to a whole lot of those conversations, absolutely. New client that want to buy Gtext land or house now, yes, you have from now till 6th of January, we're increasing prices across all, because part of what affected us, I think Mr. Rana spoke about it, we did not increase price this year, right? Rather, we were doing discounts. And, we're hoping that things will come down, inflation will reduce, and it's a mistake on the management's part, but it speaks to the heart the management has. There's always this heart of, we just want to help people to own property, to own land. We just don't want to increase prices anyhow. But guess what happened? We too are facing cost implication. I'll give you an example. When my executive assistant that works with me, that joined, I think 2020, Farouk, if I'm correct, his salary was less than 100,000 when he joined. Okay, 100,000 naira. My new executive assistant is earning 300,000 day one. Right? Day one. So even when it comes to salaries, recruitment, you're having to pay 3 times more, 4 times more. Right? Rent, offices, everything's just gone up. So we're facing a situation where we're regretting that we should have increased prices, across all our estates so that it will have helped us. So in the year 2025, we're just going to be strict on prices. We don't want to do promo. In fact, we're canceling all these discounts and all of that. You won't see that in 2025. Maybe new estate, we may give a lower price for a pre-launch, but it's not even going to be as generous as 50%. We are canceling 50%, right? The highest we will do from the 6th of January, even for a new estate, will be maybe 20% or 25%, right? Because we want to price, and you should know that this is also in your own interest. Because if we price too low, then we will not be able to meet the promises what we promise you. We'll be behind, and it doesn't make sense. Okay? Is it possible to leverage fully paid a land I have with Gtext into another estate? Yes, we've answered that. So I think we've answered that. Mr. Farouk, Mr. Rana, if you want to take more questions, I think I've been able to help clarify some parts. And the rest you guys can take it from here. But once again, I want to thank you for investing with us. I know a huge number of you invested because of me. But I can assure you, we also have people running the company with integrity, with exceptional skills, and you need to trust them, and you need to engage them, and you need to interact with them. Mr. Rana will also drop his email and his phone number. Disturb him. Don't need to come to me. Okay? And the man wants to be disturbed. Please, Mr. Rana, tell them, let them hear that you want to be disturbed. Let them hear you. Okay? Because you bring everything to me. Even sometimes now, people introduce me, Group CEO, Gtext Holding. I say, I've not fired Mr. Rana. The board hasn't fired the man. So each time you call me a group CEO, you are in a way saying that we fired the man, and he's been doing a fantastic job. All our MDs are working hard every day, and they deserve respect. They deserve, to be talked to with dignity, and you can interact with them any day, anytime. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chairman. Just a few minutes, Mr. Farouk can allow me. Two things I want to touch base. Chairman said it all. I had a client interaction, so it's very funny. He said, I purchased land from Dr. Stephen, and, there was some minor issue. We resolved it eventually. So I said, I just want to reiterate this fact to all our clients, potential clients. You don't buy land from Dr. Stephen. Dr. Stephen is a public figure. He's an investment coach. He's well known, for his expertise in real estate. He's called Real Estate Mughal, but eventually you don't buy from him. He just mentioned, as a group CEO, I owe him money. I never paid him any salary or anything. And this is trust to God. We owe him a large sum of money. Rest assured, sir, you will be paid, but you will be considered at arm's length. I want to pay some other people first. and second most important, I saw a question, and I want to say it very clearly. We want to be credible business. We are not, boasting, but at the same time, we are not hiding also from anyone. If the client have issue, we are ready to face them. Each person is a different person. I heard a lot of unfair comment from the clients. So we will be setting up a customer complaints division. Whoever wants to reach there will be phone number, emails. You will be reached. Your issue will be resolved, and we will be handling. Nobody said he bought from Dr. Stephen, he sold it, and no, he's in the US. We don't know what he's doing. We explained you what he's doing. We've taken this initiative to be in the US to earn some more money. So we are better off in the house also, because the pressure on the currency. We can't pay our bill by earning only in Nigeria. So diversification is key to success. And secondly, I heard a very comment, guys, be careful with the Ponzi schemes. If someone is offering you a crazy rate of interest, or in a very short span of time, stop, think for a moment, don't go there. Don't invest with me, but don't invest with that person, because these are the people who are going to disappear in a 6-month, year time. And we are here to build a legacy which will run after years beyond our ages. So we have seen it enough. In my experience over 25 years, we have seen a lot of developers, a lot of fancy schemes, and eventually they run away from the market. And this is this today's meeting is an evidence in itself. We are transparent. We are sharing our problems. We want to resolve the issues, and we want to build a corporate business beyond Dr. Stephen's personality. So very, very clear, guys. There's a management team. There will be all the contact numbers. Do reach out to us. Rest assured, we'll be solving your problems. Thank you, sir. Mr. Farouk.
If Mr. Farouk can post again, every MD's email and phone number in the chat box, as well as project it on the screen. I saw somebody here talking about poor communication. We will work hard on this next year. Mr. Rana, are you open to a monthly interaction like this in 2025 with the investors? So
definitely, sir. I will be setting a customer complaint division, and every 4 to 6 we'll set up a frequency. We'll be doing this interaction more often, so we learn from you and resolve them on the spot also.
Thank you. And like Mr. Rana said, there's a difference between, Stephen Akintayo and Gtext. You did not pay money to my personal account. And again, it's an African thing where we just tie everything to the founder of a business. And without even understanding that once a founder puts a management team, he himself is now an investor like you. Okay. And he's hoping the management team runs the business and are able to even pay him himself. Right. So we even had to do a press conference last year, warning media. You just see them put my face. Stephen Akita is owing this person 75 million. I don't know the person. I never interacted with the person. When we buy things, there are lawyers, there are management team, there are brand department head, and everything is just my face. And sometimes it's difficult to understand these things. The same thing is, he's moved to Dubai, or you moved to UK, or moved to US. US business is raising funds on its own. You saw Mr. Farouk tell you, this is what we are doing. You can invest this amount. So US is running as an independent company, raising its own funds independently. Nigeria is running as an independent company, raising its own funds independently. Dubai is running as an independent registered company, raising its own funds independently. Right? So we don't model things, like I said, this year we finally agreed as a board. I'm not even involved in any form of transaction anymore. I can advise, on direction of, where we are moving the organization to, because, I battered the vision, but day-to-day running, who is paid, when they pay, how they pay, I'm not involved. So we must, and I think you should be happy for us, because this is really how companies really grow to becoming, the what's it called? The transgenerational businesses we're talking about. This is how companies really grow and become big, that years after we are gone. Look at John D. Rockefeller, Standard Oil that eventually became Chevron, ExxonMobil, Shell, right? Somebody started it like I started. But at some point, it was run by some management. And John D. Rockefeller is dead many, many years, and the company continues to run. I have other things taking my attention now. Even the US business, we are looking for a CEO who will run it. So I'm not going to be running this forever, right? I want to shoot movies. You guys will not believe that. This new year, we have Stephen Actel production, and we're going to be heavy on Stephen Actel production. We're shooting movies. There's so many other new interests. I want to start buying companies in America, small companies that will buy, just like Elon Musk did. Most people don't know Elon Musk did not start Tesla. He just started buying majority equity of Tesla, and today, he's the CEO of Tesla. He didn't found Twitter, but he owns Twitter today, right? So there's so much interest that I have beyond just what we're doing. And all of it will still fall under the holding company as we expand. But every business is run by somebody. And if we want to grow, we need to begin to talk to those people, share our concerns with them until things get better. Justice says poor communication, that he did not receive links. We're improving on that. I think Mr. Rana just confirmed. Again, I haven't seen the contacts being posted, Mr. Farouk. I think you probably have the phone numbers. I've said it over and over again. MDG Tesland, email their phone number. MDG Teslam, email phone number. So that way you can even reach out to the highest person. Okay? We haven't seen that being posted in the chat box. And then same thing with the projection. So we want to do the two, project the numbers on the screen. So share the screen. The second part is copy and paste it in the chat box. And we do that to across Facebook, other platforms as well. Thank you.
Technical? Okay, while I wait for technical, so I'll be sharing the screen. So I'm sure you can see my screen. Yeah, so these are the numbers of various MDs of various subsidiaries. As you can see, there's for SA Foundation, there's a customer care number you can reach out to. You want to talk to the customer care. There's an email as well you can send an email to. If you want to reach out to the MD directly, there's a phone number as well. And then there's an email of the MD as well. So I'm going to leave this up for the next few minutes. You can take a screenshot, you can write it out. And again, it will also be sent to you in your DM. There's one more question that was said. I think that was by Vicky in South Africa. She said, what are the title deed your company process for your properties, and hope it will not be grabbed by government? Of course, just like Rosina said, we have a lot of counsel that ensure that we keep our land safe. Like we said, we have Falana that is our retainer lawyer that helps us to ensure that we don't have things like that. These are common things that are in real estate, but when you are buying from developers, one thing you are buying is the security that they provide for you. So of course, what transfers ownership from both of us, between us and the client, is deed of assignment. So once you have deed of assignment, you can go to sleep. Your survey, anywhere in the world, you can locate your land. So to rest assured, all our properties are in due care, are safe and secured. So buying properties from us, of course, guarantees that. So you can reach out to the phone number of Gtext Land to buy land. For homes, you reach out to Gtext Homes. For GVest, that's our investment, reach out to GVest. For Gtext and Associates, which is our brokerage arm, if you want to earn money and sell from us, which I expect every client to be interested in. Imagine you sell 10 plots of land. That's another extra plot for you. You sell for house again, that's another extra house for you. So another way for you to create more income for you is for you to sell for us, and that also helps. We also have Gtext Suits as well. For those interested in secondary market in Dubai, in Nigeria as well, you can also contact the phone number. So you can reach out to the MDs directly. They are all at your beck and call. There's an email you can send an email to, and we're all ready to pick your calls and attend to every one of us. We're going to have a very, very short commercial, and then we will have our closing remarks, and then we'll come to the end of this meeting. Technical, are you ready? Technical, are you there?
Foundation, I've decided to come here in partner with Cocoa Food Bank, to feed over 500 people here today, over 500 widows, just to support them with our token. In the spirit of Dr. Stephen's birthday. So all thanks to God for keeping Dr. Stephen alive till today and for supporting him today. So we decided to just, give back to the community and support them with our token.
I thank Dr. Stephen Akintayo for the widows, the widowers, the non-widows who are here today. We really appreciate, and I say thank you to every one of my family. One more time, while I'm
For 16 years, the Stephen Akintayo Foundation has been dedicated in making a difference in the lives of those in our community. Today, on the occasion of our 16th anniversary, we are partnering with the Lagos Food Banks in collaboration with Gtext Holdings to bring some joy to the killers of our community.
Let us all first be grateful to God that we are all alive.
We believe that everyone deserves to live with dignity and security, and as such, we are proud to provide them with essential food supply to ease their burden.
The outreach was very organized, and you can see the smiles on the faces of the women.
Dr. Stephen Akintayo and Stephen Akintayo Foundation, we always want to partner with Lagos Food Bank Initiative in other areas like feeding children who attend very low income schools, giving them at least one basic meal a day. We are going to go into such partnerships in the future, and I look forward to that.
Join us today as we celebrate making a difference together.
Door open.
Technical, I think that's enough so we can wrap up. Okay. So as we come to the end, we've dropped the phone number of all CEOs and all subsidiaries, so you can reach out to them. And there's a final question I saw here. So Dr. Stephen, Mr. Kalu wants to ask a question. He said, as a beginner in real estate, because he just started and he has no ideas, how can he get started?
So he needs to be specific. Beginner how? Real estate is wide. We have real estate brokerage, we have land banking, we have real estate development, we have private investment versus commercial real estate, like running a real estate company. Sometimes you're just buying real estate for your own personal purpose, and then sometimes you're buying real estate for the purpose of you intend to resell to other people. So we need to know which one is it doing. But the beginning is learning. You need to go for training. You need to have a lot of online courses around real estate programs, starting your real estate business, how you can become a developer. So you can take advantage of those courses. Just reach out to the Stephen Akintayo Foundation team, and you can buy those courses. And we're also launching a food bank. So proceed for my 2 new books are going towards a food bank that we're launching. So we're excited about that in Lagos and in Texas. where people are able to get food for free. And a lot of people are partnering with me on this, and I appreciate them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Stephen. By our timeline, we projected this to be for 2 hours. And for us at Gtext, we are always keeping to time. We start at exact same time we say we'll start. And by the grace of God, we are on time to wrap up this event. So this is going to be a monthly occurrence. Our next AGM, of course, AGM is once a year. We'll be having it at the end of next year. However, we'll be having meetings by Group CEO, Mr. Rana Ijaz, who is going to interface with all our clients to address every concerns you may have, and also to tell you of the juicy offers we have. As we wrap up, please let's not forget that all our offers before our price increase end by 6th of January. And for those that are still owing us, by 15th of January, you no longer own a property with Gtext if you've not fully paid for your property by 15th of January. And for those of you that are interested in our US offer, by the end of this year, we'll no longer be taking the 150,000 for an acre. It will now be 300,000. So you can take advantage. The phone numbers of all the MDs have been displayed. And also you'll be getting a follow-up email with the information from this webinar, a link so you can rewatch and share with your friends, partners, and colleagues, and also the numbers of all people all around. Once again, I want to wish you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. May we see next year. May we see more good things, and may we all see the end of next year. Let's have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.
Door open.
I've actually come and experienced it live, and I'm blown away. Everything so perfect. It's not as if like a film trick, like all the things that has been sent to me.
I walk along many kilometers. As I found out I'm in all day. Now only day for my side. Calling back for my life.
I have a client on site that came to inspect. She already bought this place, but she came to also inspect and see how far we've gone. And let's hear what she had to say about this place.
I haven't seen all the building. I've actually come and experienced it live, and I'm blown away. Everything so perfect. It's not as if like a film trick, like all the things that have been sent to me. Well, no, they were not real, but I can see it real, live and direct, and they were all very perfect. The finishing and everything, they're all good, and I really love it. Honestly, she has been telling me to upgrade, and I'm thinking about it now.
She's upgrading, she's not thinking again.
Thank you for Jessica. She has been my support and everything.
Thank you so very much. We're glad to have you here. Thank you so much. So you've heard it all. If you're thinking of investing in Jasper Estates, I'm not even saying anything. You heard from her. Yeah. Call the number showing on your screen. You can also book an inspection. We are always on site 24/7. Yeah. That's the standard we run over here. We'll be waiting for you here to have you, and so that we can create that beautiful experience with you. Signing out from Jasper, Jessica Martins. Bye.
James, have a good day. Bye.
Stick one for my right, to for my left. Caribbean for my right. If you say you want check.
Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Martins and I'm the sales manager for Gtext Homes, and today we have a client visiting us here at Jasper Gardenia. So I'll just be asking him what his experience has been, because he has gone up to check everything we have. We also saw you with Alexa, commanding Alexa to turn on the light, open the curtain and everything. What do you think about that, sir?
Okay. That's okay.
Do you like the father?
Centralized arrangement.
Beautiful.
Centralized arrangement. So I just more like it.
So you like the fact that it's an automated house?
Yeah, just like that.
Okay, so lastly, would you recommend this place for anyone, sir?
That's why I'm here. So I'm here to recommend to many people. Same thing with my brother. Sure, you understand? Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, thank you so much, Daddy. Sir, please, what do you think about this place? You've gone around to check everything, and you saw that it's a smart home. So what do you have to say basically about what you've seen so far?
To me, I can see everything is automated and very, very perfect. I like something like that to be relocate in my home.
In your home? Yeah. So would you recommend this place for anyone?
Very, very sure. Very sure.
Thank you so very much, sir. So you heard it all. You can come here to have an experience. We take you around. We show you what we have on site. And I'm sure you will fall in love at first sight. Thank you so very much. My name is Jessica Martins, and I'm signing out from Jasper Gardenia.